people on a high protein diet usually burn more calories just from the foods that they're consuming. Blah, 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 blah. What's up guys, it is Joseph Rakic here from josephrakicfitness.com, and today in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some of my fat loss hacks. Now some of these fat loss hacks will directly burn your body fat, and then some of these fat loss hacks will just make it easier to adhere to your fat loss diet, which will result in more fat loss at the end of the day. Alright, so my fat loss hack number one is consume black coffee or take caffeine. Now I'm not really a fan of drinking coffee. I do on the odd occasion, but I just like to supplement with caffeine. So I actually just use this caffeine here, 200 milligrams. I take 1 or 2 of these per day. Now the benefits of caffeine are so good. Caffeine it basically speeds up your metabolism, your metabolic rate, and you burn more calories at a resting rate. So when you're sitting on the couch or just, at your desk in the office, if you've got caffeine in your system, your body is going to be burning through more calories than what it usually would, resulting in more fat loss. Caffeine also helps the free fatty acids make its way to the bloodstream to be burnt off as fuel. So caffeine is definitely a supplement that I recommend that you use in your fat loss diet. Alright guys, and fat loss hack number two. Consume a diet that is high in fiber. Reason being because when you're dieting, you obviously are in a low calorie diet. Now when you're in a low calorie diet, hunger is definitely a problem, and it's usually the problem that results in people binging and breaking their diet, which leads to no fat loss. So you want to keep your diet based around high fibrous foods such as fruit and vegetables. However, one of my favorite high fibrous foods is actually konjac noodles. Now konjac noodles, you can also get konjac rice. What it is, it's actually a vegetable that is basically just pure fiber. So this konjac noodles here, there's actually 250 grams in this packet, and there's only 10 calories per 100 grams. So there's less than 30 calories in this whole 250 gram packet. So I can literally make a big bowl of noodles, pasta, from that konjac noodles for less than 30 calories. And it's just pure fiber. Now that 30 calorie bowl of noodles is so filling, it will make you not want to eat for the rest of the day. So you won't have a problem with binging or breaking your diet. It's definitely a staple that I include into my fat loss diets when I'm trying to lose weight. At the moment I'm bulking, I'm in a surplus, so I don't have these in my diet. But whenever I do go on a fat loss phase, this is definitely a staple. Super high in fiber, konjac noodles and konjac rice. You'll find it in most common supermarkets or grocery stores, so check it out and definitely get this. Alright guys, fat loss hack number three is consume a diet that is high in protein. So lots of chicken, fish, eggs. You want to try and keep protein in every meal that you can. Reason being is because out of the 3 macronutrients, protein, carbs and fats, protein has the highest TEF score. So what does that mean? TEF is thermogenic effect of food. Now, fat has roughly a 5% TEF score, carbs have roughly a 15% TEF score, and protein has roughly about a 30% TEF score. So that means 30% of the calories that you consume from protein is burnt off from your body by digesting that food and absorbing and utilizing that food. So for example, if you consumed 100 calories from protein, 30% of that, 30 calories from that 100 calories would be burnt off automatically in digesting, absorbing and utilizing that protein. That's why I always recommend your protein to be high on a fat loss diet. It's obviously also good for maintaining muscle, which is very crucial when in a calorie deficit. My recommendations for protein intake should be at least 1 gram of protein per pound of your lean body weight. Now sure, there's probably studies out there online that say 0.7 or 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your lean body weight is enough, but I still personally advise that you should consume 1 gram per pound of your lean body weight as a minimal recommendation. And fat loss hack number 4 is consume a diet that is high in L-carnitine. L-carnitine is an amino acid that helps metabolize your body fat so it can be used for energy or used for fuel. Now, two foods that are really high in L-carnitine are cheese and also your red meats, especially pork. Now, you can also supplement with L-carnitine. It's obviously the easier way. So I also supplement with L-carnitine as well. L-carnitine here. My recommendations for L-carnitine supplementation is to have at least 1 or 2 grams per day at any time of the day, and that is enough L-carnitine to consume to really help with your fat loss goals. Alright, we are now on to fat loss hack number 5, and that is consume pumpkin in your fat loss diet. Now that's not because pumpkin has some magical fat burning effects or anything like that, but the reason I advise to consume pumpkin in your fat loss diet is because pumpkin is super low in calories, especially for the volume or the amount of pumpkin that you can consume. For example, this 600 gram piece of pumpkin right here has roughly about 150 calories, which isn't much. Now this is a lot of pumpkin to consume. However, if I was to consume the same amount, 600 grams in sweet potato, that would be more than 500 calories. So just if your diet is high in sweet potato and you just swap your sweet potato for pumpkin, by default you're automatically going to be reducing a lot of calories. So pumpkin is a great food to have in your fat loss diet if hunger is a problem. You can consume a lot more pumpkin for the same amount of calories as another carb source. And fat loss hack number 6. When you're eating out at a restaurant with friends or family or anything like that, always ask for no oil and no sauce on your food. Now, not because oil or sauce is bad or anything, and not because it's going to stop you from losing fat. Just because you have oil or sauce in your food, it's not going to automatically be stored as body fat. But if you stop having oil and sauce in your food, you're automatically going to be saving so much calories. What most people don't realize is they probably consume anywhere from 200 to 600 calories from just oils and sauces being put on their food at restaurants. So if you can say no oil, no sauce when you're out, you'll be saving yourself so much calories, which is going to really help with your fat loss goals. Fat loss hack number 7. When dieting, obviously hunger. My chicken's ready. And fat loss hack number 7. When dieting, you are on a low calorie diet, and hunger and cravings is usually a really big problem. So a fat loss hack that I like to use is to consume 0 calorie or sugar free energy drinks. You just have to make sure they're sugar free and not full of sugar. Now these drinks are actually not 0 calories, they're full of artificial sweeteners. Now a normal can of this would be, a couple of 100 calories, but this sugar free one is 9 calories. So on the bigger scheme of things, it's actually nothing and it will not affect your fat loss goals. May not be the best thing health wise, but if you have that craving, or if you're extremely hungry and you just need something sweet to blunt that craving so you can continue with your fat loss diet without ruining it, then sugar-free energy drinks are definitely a great addition to your fat loss diet. Not to mention, they give you a lot of energy. The more energy you have, the more active you are, which can then result in more calories burned, resulting in more body fat loss. They also contain caffeine, which, as I mentioned at the start of the video, a great thing to increase your metabolism, increase your metabolic rate, and it helps your free fatty acids make its way to the bloodstream to be burnt off as energy and fuel. So sugar-free energy drinks are definitely a thing that you should be including in your fat loss diet if hunger and cravings are a big thing. Fat loss hack number 8. When cooking, use a non-stick pan. Now you can get this from, anywhere online or your local supermarket. Just look for the pans that are non-stick. The reason I advise using a non-stick pan is because you don't have to use oil when you're cooking your chicken or your eggs or anything like that. Now, each time you use oil when you're cooking your foods, you roughly use about a tablespoon, which roughly equals about 130-140 calories. So automatically using a non-stick pan when cooking your foods saves you so much calories. The more calories you save, the more of a deficit you can be in, which results in more fat loss. And fat loss hack number 9. Consume a lot of water, roughly about 500 mils, which is about the amount that I just drank there, before each and every meal. Now this is definitely beneficial for someone that does not track or count their calories. Reason being is because when you drink a lot of water before a meal, it really fills you up, and this prevents you from overeating and overindulging. When you stop yourself from overeating, you do not put yourself in a calorie surplus. When you're in a calorie surplus, fat gain happens. So drinking a lot of water before each and every meal is a great way to have smaller meals, consume less calories, which will result in more fat loss for someone that does not track or count their calories. Alright guys, fat loss hack number 10. Now this is probably the most important fat loss hack when it comes to losing body fat. You must plan ahead. If you fail to plan, that is just a plan to fail, and this is why most people do not get results with their fat loss diet. They go to work, they wake up in the morning, they don't know what they're consuming for the day. They get caught up in work, they get busy, a long time goes without eating, they get extremely hungry, and then last minute they have to go and get something to eat, whether it be McDonald's or they find something from the office, a box of muffins. Now, this is probably the worst thing that can happen when you're in a fat loss diet, is not having a plan and not knowing what you are consuming the day ahead. When I'm dieting and trying to lose body fat, I know exactly what I'm going to be consuming the day before. I prepare and plan all of my meals before I go to sleep, so the next morning I'm ready to go, and there's no way for me to fail on that day with my meals and the calories that I need to be consuming. Now, for everyone out there watching this, if you guys are confused about how many calories you should be consuming, how much protein, how much carbohydrates, and how much fats that you need to consume to reach your goals, don't worry, I can help you, and I'd love to help you. I'm an online personal trainer, and I train people from all around the world. United States, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, India, Brazil, Mexico. I've got clients in many different countries all around the world, and I've helped more than 50,000 people achieve results, whether it be building muscle or losing body fat. I work with both males and females, as you can see some of the transformations on the screen right now. If you need help building lean muscle or burning body fat, I can create the perfect meal plan with all protein, carbohydrates, and fats worked out perfectly for you and your specific goals, so you can get the results that you want. I'm so confident that my meal plans will get you amazing results, that if you're not happy or satisfied with the results in 14 days, I'll give you 100% money back guarantee. If you want to join my 12-week transformation program, just click the link in the video in the description box down below. It'll take you to my 12-week transformation program, and you can change your entire life. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you found these 10 fat loss hacks extremely useful and beneficial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because every single day I drop new content. If you like this vid, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.